Hey, what's up everybody? Alright, so I'm trying out this whole long form video thing. I figured I would maybe give like a short introduction on who I am. Well, my name is Kenneth Barkus. I am from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I was born in McKeesport, Pennsylvania in 1989, June 26th. My sign is Cancer. You know, my parents split when I was young, so I grew up living with my mom there for the first half of my childhood. And we were, we were poor, but we did good. And eventually I moved in with my dad in Tennessee, and I grew up there running barefoot through the hills of the country, which was a stark contrast to growing up, where I had a good, childhood. Had an opportunity to travel, was very involved in church. I was a teen missionary. And it actually kind of comes full circle to where I am right now, because the very first missions trip that I took outside the state was to Denver, Colorado. And we went there because we had a little drama team, and we went there for a competition. And it was a lot of fun, it was just a trip with all my best friends. And it made me really love the Rocky Mountains, and I'd never seen them before that, and I always knew that I'd come back west. And so that kind of planted the seed. And just between that and just traveling like I always did, I developed a pretty strong case of what I learned to be called wanderlust, which is just when you just look over the horizon and you just feel drawn to it, and there's just something in your soul that tells you to go. And I've never lived anywhere longer than maybe 2 or 3 years of my life, including when I went to college, because I took a break halfway through. And when I stay in one spot, I get really depressed, I get really uncomfortable and sad. Unless like I'm in like a good relationship, or something like that, or if I have friends. But if it's just me, I get super depressed. I stress about things a lot. I worry about things a lot. I've always been that way. I do have like mental illness and stuff like that. But like even what I'm doing now, like you would think I would be completely carefree living this way, but it's not. I stress every single day about what I've got to do, what I've got to make sure I have done. I'm on medications, I gotta make sure I have that. I gotta make sure I have insurance in whatever state I'm at. I got to get up in the morning. Right now I'm walking. It takes me about 45 minutes to walk to where I'm going to try to play, and that's if I don't get kicked out, like by the security or whatever. But cool thing about getting better at music is that I've noticed I get asked to leave a lot less now that I don't suck completely. There is a parade of lights. It's Saturday, and December 5th or something, and it's the parade of lights in downtown Denver. I don't make any. I make money downtown. I make usually like as much as I'm like what I call my quota, which is what you would like probably consider about minimum wage hours is what I would make. But I don't do like really well there. I do really well whenever I go to where there's like hometown people and retailers, because like vacationers, tourists, they don't tip very often. Think about it. When you go on vacation, you're there you've got planned out. We're going to do this. We're going to go to dinner or whatever. Anything else that happens in between is free. We're just seeing the sights. That guy playing guitar, yeah. Free entertainment, like I get it. You're there to see the sights, but yeah, tourists don't tip. I can make a lot of money going and being like some kind of like small town rock star for a week, and just making sure that I always make a good impression and I'm always respectful. I have a code that I abide by. I don't litter, I don't harass, I never hold a captive audience. mean, I never play like where somebody's forced to hear me play. You know, just things like that. So leave a good impression. Always treating people good. You know, kids are some of my #1 fans, you know, so I try to keep things family friendly. I have songs that I will play differently during the day, you know, like kind of censor them and stuff. You know, I just keep it in mind that, you know, kids are often like they don't judge, so they just accept that as music, which is like really cool. You know what I mean? I'd really like to get more music out there and get expanded to where like maybe I have more of an adult audience, because that being like a musician for kids is definitely not like what happened to that one guy. What's his name? That one guy with the fucking huge jeans and the bowl cut or whatever, and he ends up like just being a, you know, a toddler musician. I don't want to do that. No offense to him, that's great, but this isn't just about money for me. I've only gotten to the point now to where like I've just started writing my own music and trying out new things. And so I figured I'd kind of like record that journey. But there's been a lot of journey behind me too. 2017, graduated college, got a bachelor's degree, marketing. I can make another video about exactly like what went down if anyone actually cares, but basically I lost everything, including like the girl that I loved. She didn't die or nothing. She ended up going to prison with the guy that she left me for, but that's a whole different thing. I mean, I could truly write a book, like, not because my life is amazing or like I'm that proud, it's just because so much crazy shit has happened. But I know that's life for a lot of people. Really hoping everybody can hear me because I'm walking next to the road and over the freeway. This is North Glen. Oh my face. It's like, this is North Glen, Colorado. Okay, that's like bugging me now. Anyway, so self-conscious for a bum that like nobody really wants anyway. But yeah, so I'm in North Glen. I have a habit of always going to the outskirts or less densely populated areas. Whatever city I'm in, especially if I'm in a major city, you'll never catch my ass sleeping downtown on a fucking sidewalk, ever. I will have trees. I sleep by a nice little river. I make sure that whenever I'm staying is not like violating anyone's privacy as best as my ability. That's the whole idea. So when I wake up, you know, this morning, and then I've got people like taking pictures of me and shit, that really bugs me because like I don't infringe on anyone else's privacy. And it, you know, I don't care, they take my picture or whatever, it just creeps me out. I don't know their intent. You know, I'm sure they don't know my intent, but I haven't done anything like that. You know, like I'm just trying to survive. It's hard because I'm an empath, so like I'm very easily capable of understanding what the other person's perspective is on it too. So like I get it. Especially like, you know, I mean, I got my place, that's my castle, I get it. Totally understand that, but like we are people too, and just like any other group of people, we are varied. We're not all the same. We're not all drug addicts. I really hate when people approach me asking me for drugs, or trying to give me drugs or alcohol, because you know, like I did have a past problem with that, you know what I mean? So like I guess I would have to say that I am permanently an addict, but like I don't have any desire to drink or do drugs or anything. I smoke weed and I'm fine with that. And I really don't like being around people that use and stuff now that I've had a couple years sober. I know that it's kind of like hypocritical, but it is what it is. Anyways, I'm at the 10-minute mark. kind of gave you a little bit of info about who I am, where I'm from. So yeah, I'm gonna go play some music and right over there. And hopefully things go well. Thanks for listening.